right. And it's also important to blow dry the hair to the direction that the hair is going to go. So if we want the hair to go forward, definitely blow dry from the back. Again, picking it up from the scalp with my vent brush about a 90-degree and creating a bend so it has some volume on top. This creates more of a tousled look, not a fixed look. And gives the hair the body that it needs. In the front area where the bangs are, I don't want a lot of body there. I just kind of want it to lay natural. So I'm just kind of tousling it, just moving it around. And you also want to show your client how to style your hair this way, so it's not a big burden for them to style their hair. This haircut should be fairly easy for individual to do. So far it's taking good shape. And as I'm blow drying, I'm looking for any spot that is bulky and thick and that it may be harsh looking. So when I'm done blow drying it, I'm going to go over and thin those areas out, make it flow better, make it blend better. So when you're drying, definitely keep an eye on the haircut and make sure you're looking at every cut that you've created in there and see if it's if it's doing what you want it to do. Now we're going to redefine it a little bit. I'm going to start from the back, take it in just a little bit more. Again, using my fine thinning shears. Thinning shears is a great tool. It kind of gives you the benefit of cutting without any lines. So that way you don't have to go over and blend the lines you've created. As you see, I'm using a white tooth comb. I like using white tooth comb because it just kind of leaves the hair natural. It doesn't put a lot of tension on it. And the hair is not compacted together. So it eliminates any undesired bluntness, choppiness to the hair. And you can just kind of cut through with your thinning shears at it very loosely without creating any undesired cut lines. I'm going over it with my scissors just to kind of clean up any frayed ends. You want to do that because it's not pretty when there's frayed ends left after using a thinning shear or a razor. So you might want to clean it up just a little bit so the client doesn't feel like they just received a haircut and they still have bad ends showing. And a lot of what I'm doing is, your taste and your customer's taste. You can use these techniques for a lot of different styles. So you could go shorter, you could keep it long. Everybody's got their own individuality. And these techniques would work any style. This haircut, you could do a longer version of it, even shorter version than this one is, using the same techniques. And you see, I'm cutting the hair as it lays where it's supposed to. So that way you could get instant gratification. You cut it, you see exactly what you're doing. If you see some bulkiness, if you see some thick spots, you can just go in and thin it right out. And it gives you exactly what you're looking for. It is important to cut and redefine hair when it's dry, because your customer, they're not gonna wear their hair wet. So if you just cut the hair wet and they blow dry it or you blow dry it and they leave, there's gonna be some things that for sure you're gonna be missing, because no one's gonna wear their hair wet. So it's definitely important to go over it, redefine it, personalize the haircut while it's dry. And it's important to do that because your customer also sees what you're doing. It's more visual for them because they can't really tell what their hair's doing while it's wet. As I'm doing your bangs, I'm picking up the pieces that I think they're thick, and I'm just thinning out the ends just a little bit from top to bottom and placing it exactly where I want it to go right after the cut. It's important to do that just to make sure you achieve the look that you want. And again, I'm going over it with my scissors just to cap the ends to make sure they're not too frayed. Putting it in place where I want them to go. I think we're going a little bit shorter on the sides. Personalizing the haircut is one of my favorite things to do while it's dry. It's fun. You, your client enjoys it. They see your work. They see your artistry. Um, I think it's one of the best things in hairdressing. Taking a little bit of bulk from the top, just put it the blade at the bottom and just lightly close the thinning shears and run it through the hair. Making sure that the top is not